Welcome to the Business Happy Hour with your hosts, Frank Cotto from Lincoln Lending Group, Ryan Pelkey from Tampa Bay Plumbers, and Doug Ford with Suncoast Roofing Solutions on 970 WFLA. These three business owners will teach you how to work to live it up, not live to work. Now sit back, grab a cold one if you have one, and get ready for some serious business talk with three hilariously serious business owners. Now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good day to all of our Tampa Bay listeners. This is Frank Cotto, your host on the Business Happy Hour. In studio, I've got my co-host Ryan Pelkey. Ryan.
Hello, hello.
All right, and unfortunately, Doug had a roof that he had to slam some golf balls on, so he's going to kill me for that one, but he did leave the sock and the golf balls in the studio, so we knew
good.
about it.
At least he's getting his relaxation on, right?
Speaking of relaxation, we're going to pick right up where we were last week. Hopefully you guys got to watch the live stream. If not, you're listening to us on Sunday mornings, of course, on 970, but we were talking with Jimmy Barker, their owner of Tampa Testosterone. Jimmy, good morning, good afternoon.
Hello there.
All right. Talking about ways to relax. Jimmy was saying something that we all in the studio agree with, that relaxation and stress mitigation is one of the most important things of health, right?
It's amazing, and it's the last thing that's on anybody's mind. Everybody's looking at trying to eat right or exercise, and don't get me wrong, those are super important, but we all forget about stress, and that literally can be a killer.
Yep, and all of us being business owners, entrepreneurs, Doug, Ryan, myself, even you, Jimmy, stress is a natural part of our life. I mean, we wake up, whether you got kids or not, you start the day, you've got to go to work. I don't know about you, but sometimes I wake up and the most anxious part of the day as soon as I wake up, because I'm like, oh, crap, what I got to do today?
Yeah. And I think that I know for me, at least, I think a lot of our stress is self-induced.
Oh,
we create our own stress. And, like last night, I was actually listening to a conversation that someone was having on the phone with her mom. And I was extremely upset last night about something personal. And I was irritated as hell, and I was stressed out. And then I heard this story, and I was like, gosh, what is wrong with me? Why am I this worked up about this when there's clearly a lot worse stuff going on every day?
I say it all the time.
We have a class at our clinic that we teach our clients how to deal with stress and how to manage it, because really it's all in your mind. It's a mindset thing. And if you do the rocking chair test on this and you think about this situation and sit back, when you're 80, 90 years old and you think about this moment, is it going to really be a big deal in your life? Or are you going to not even remember it at all?
That is a great way. I've never heard that before.
I love this guy right here.
I know.
Entrepreneur extraordinaire.
It is great. My thing relating to stress, obviously I feel that men, like you were saying in the last segment, they stress maybe less than women, but not really. Maybe we keep it more internal. But it's funny, I spent 2 weeks abroad with my wife. It was our 10th anniversary. Great time. But there was multiple times during the trip where I felt that she was stressing about something that just didn't need to be stressed about. And I looked at her and said, honey, in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter if we miss the Burn the Floor dance show on the cruise ship, and you got these kids starving over here, or these people can't find water or whatever, and we're freaking out about it, and it's just a waste of time. So I heard this phrase a long time ago. It said, don't stress or something, because stressing about something is about, I can't even say it now. I sound like George Bush on that speech back in the day. Twice shame on me, once shame on you, shame on everybody. I don't know, but...
Well, there is some sort of stat about 90% of the things that we stress about never even come to fruition. So,
right.
We worry. I always tell people, just deal with what's at hand, think about the solution, and move forward. I mean, you shouldn't let it affect your
That's what mindset. It was. You brought it to mind. It's don't worry, because worrying is about as effective as chewing bubble gum to solve an algebra equation. That's what always comes to my mind. It's like, just don't freaking worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I need to listen to that every day. I need to play that over and over in my head, because I think I'm a perfect example of someone that likes to create my own stress.
Yeah, worry about things that worry about what you can control, not what you can't control.
Exactly. And I think living within your means also, I think a lot of stress is financial stress that people have.
Absolutely.
And they extend themselves way too far, kind of like the federal government.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We actually have to live within our means as people. And if you don't, you create a lot of your own stress.
And how about means of dealing with stress? We talked about at the end of the last show. I put Jimmy on the spot, and I said, we were talking about the FDA and money and drug companies. And then you have something, a plant. Okay, it's being decriminalized across the nation. It's very controversial, but we've got a plant, marijuana.
So they decriminalized it in the Keys and in Citrus County and in city of Tampa.
And in city of Tampa. I don't know where else, but it's
all over Florida. It sounds like
all
it's
over
happening.
Florida. It's happening all across the country. And Jimmy was talking about that there are good medicinal effects, and people ignore those.
Absolutely. I mean, we've heard forever about things like glycomas and whatnot, but there's a lot of people using the oils that are found in there, and of course removing the recreational portion of it, and seeing things as great as improvements in cancer. I mean, it's amazing what
what is it? What do you call it? Not autism, but the
seizures.
ALS seizures. That's what I was looking for.
The child seizures.
I've seen so many videos online of this.
Yeah.
And they're removing the THC and leaving in the CBD.
Yep, that's exactly right. And this one kid had like 100 seizures a month or something like that, like daily.
And he's down to like 2.
Yeah, now he or she can read now. They're actually able to learn before they couldn't.
Interacted with their parents for the first time.
Just imagine if they put the research into that, the money behind that, like they do this other big pharma stuff. That the things that we'd be curing and moving forward with in our society.
Naturally too. That's the key. We're all talking natural here, and they put more money into fighting this. On an FDA level, not just we're talking about the federal government and the laws about the criminalization and how we lock people up and we spend all this money. My God, imagine if you just took that money and put it into research.
How much do we give the FDA every year to do what they do?
Too much.
What is their budget? I'm going to look that up at the break.
Let's definitely figure that out.
Yeah, that is irritating.
Let's call up the FDA. I got an idea.
What's wrong with you people?
That's right. We've got Jimmy on the phone over here. We're going to talk to you, Mr. FDA.
Yeah, we have the FDA calling right now, actually.
Yeah, we do. I think we're going to take the call. This is Josh from the FDA. Can you hear us? No. He's not mic'd up. We'll have him on later.
I got a loud voice, though.
Oh, of course he does. He's got a lot of money, this FDA guy. Who the hell invited him in?
Lots of money. Lots of pharma money.
Big pharma, yeah. It is sad what's going on in this country. It really is. But it's a breath of fresh air to have a guy like Jimmy in here and talking about gut health, which is something we wanted to talk about, probiotics.
Yeah. We talked about it a lot in the last show, but the probiotic completely fixed my entire year. And I want to get one for my girlfriend, Kate. Do you have any recommendation on that?
Yeah, so we were talking a little bit about the difference for men and women. It's not as much about the male-female as it is about their health and getting the right strains. What we want to do is we want to diversify our gut. There's trillions of cells in our microflora, and it's important to get a variety to improve your immune system so that you can handle a variety of things that might be thrown at it. So what we usually do, the one we started you on, was one of our, it's by far our most popular product because it safely enters good bacteria into your gut, so you start populating with good guys, and they start to take over and fight against the bad ones. And as the good outweighs the bad, we can start to populate with even more and more and diversify and really get you on your feet. So we're just getting started with you. There's plenty to move forward.
Wait, it's going to get better for me?
It's going to keep getting better.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to have to get on this stuff, man. If this guy keeps wearing tank tops in here, I mean, I don't even think he washed this one that he's wearing right now.
I did it. And I'm telling you, I feel like running down the hill and
oh, God. I see people running. I'll be right there with you. I always ask them, what the hell are you running from? I'm like, they keep running by my house. I'm like, what is there, a tiger on the other end of the neighborhood?
No, it's that guy. He's in there working out again. I actually have been working out again, which is
nice.
I hadn't done
you got
that
the energy to do it now.
I finally have the energy to do it, and it was all because of a probiotic that Jimmy's company said this is what you need to take.
This is what my wife says. Jimmy, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but a probiotic, and it increases these naturally good things in our body. But an antibiotic, is it the exact opposite? It kills everything, and that's why my wife says don't give them to the kids because it's just going to wipe you out.
There are certain situations.
Yeah. I'm a genius.
Absolutely, yeah.
Dr. Frank over here.
There are actually, I can't say it's 100% that you would never use antibiotics. Sure. They are entirely overused in our society.
Yeah, and we believe that.
So if there's probably about 10% of the time when they should be used that we should be using them. Really, a lot of times those scenarios,
I just had an aha moment. Yeah, because is it possible that when I got that ear infection and they prescribed me antibiotic, it killed all of the
good guys? Not all of them, but it's going to kill a lot of them.
And then, that's why I couldn't recover.
Absolutely. And it's been
Bingo.
since we were kids.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, we recommend every time that if you are very sick and maybe an antibiotic does make sense in that situation,
right?
Again, overused, but if you did, then go ahead and always follow it up with probiotic.
Yeah. Now, guys, we're not a bunch of witch doctors in here. We're just using common sense when we're talking about these things. And the sad thing is a lot of doctors, Jimmy was saying in the other show, is they're forced down a certain path because of money and because there's no incentive for them to actually solve the problem, only to treat the symptom.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's right. There is a need for antibiotics. My daughter was sick when I was out of the country. She goes to a great doctor that tried a couple other things first. They finally gave her a very mild antibiotic, and it did work. So there are reasons to take them. There is reason for medicine. It's a good thing. But we need.
We're way overprescribed.
Yeah, we just need to
take
a step back and use a little bit of common sense, I think, in our general lives in medicine and what we pump into our bodies to fix the problems.
Absolutely. I mean, we weren't created to be shoving all these synthetics into our body like this. And, in moderation, it can be used effectively. I mean, medicine saves lives. There's no question. You get in an auto accident, you have a big laceration, and they need to do a surgery,
right?
Whatnot. That's important. And
you got to keep the infection out of it.
Right. Well, there's definitely an appropriate use for it, but
absolutely.
I mean, everybody.
Just not when you have a cough.
Everybody should go. Really, not just men. Tampa Testosterone sounds like a male clinic, right? But it's not. I mean, you guys
real quick, Jimmy's not going to be, I don't think, on the show much longer. I want to make sure he tags out how we can get in touch with him with all this good talk.
Absolutely. I mean, Tampa Testosterone, we specialize in male hormone replacement therapy, but we also look at the entire body, and we have Biodesign Wellness Center that also does the full body for men and women. So if you want to look better, feel better, and perform better, go to getyourteeup.com, 813-579-4100.
That's it, getyourteeup.com, guys. We're going to be back in a minute. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour with Jimmy Barker.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Everyone has a bank, but you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net. and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, Tampa Bay. Thanks for listening to us. Hope you guys are having a good time. We just were talking to Jimmy Barker, the owner of Tampa Testosterone. It was great to have him on the show.
What a great guy. And,
amazing.
Yeah, that he is really smart. I mean, I knew he was smart, but...
Yeah, I mean, he fixed your gut, and he's about to fix mine, I hope.
Gosh.
Different gut, though.
But no, yeah, he said some. What was one of those words he broke out was like floor of something or another?
The floor fluoride, flux capacitor.
Did you just say what I thought you just said?
Yeah, no, absolutely nothing that I understood except for he agrees with us on the whole natural thing and try not to pump yourself full of drugs if you can, and
which is an amazing message. I mean, people. I see all the time. How many people do we know personally that have passed away? From prescription drugs.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a disgusting statistic, but I mean, I can probably need two hands to count that.
Unfortunately,
we're pretty young.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, we're in our mid-30s, and we can sit here and it's an epidemic.
It is, and hopefully we can change this. But let's get on to some happy topics here.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that we've avoided politics, I think, for almost a show and a half.
We can't do it anymore.
We cannot avoid politics anymore. So I'm going to start by telling a little story, okay? Everybody maybe a listener heard that I was out of the country on my 10-year anniversary for 2 weeks there. Went to Italy, Spain, France, and somewhere else. I think that's all I went. But anyway, some very interesting views overseas. The first part of my trip, I was in Italy, which was wonderful. Chianti wine region, all that good stuff. Didn't have any run-ins with any politics at all when I was there. But on the second half of the vacation, we got on a 7-night cruise on Norwegian. Awesome cruise, right? So I brought with me a couple pieces of political paraphernalia, we shall say, and did
you bring the hairdo?
No, I actually totally forgot that. I've got a Trump wig that is pretty funny, but no. So the wife would totally forbid this. So we get on the boat, and she knew I had brought a particular hat, which I'm going to throw on right now for everybody. All right, here we go. No clue who I'm going to be supporting this year. But anyway, so I bring this hat, okay? It's a Trump hat for everybody who's listening and not watching. It says Make America Great Again. And I also brought a T-shirt. And I told my wife, that, hey, I want to throw this on, we're on the boat. And she's like, absolutely not. You're not going to do that.
It was his legit black one.
It's the legit black one.
Okay,
One just says Trump, on it. And so the first night at the little martini bar on the cruise, we met another couple, and she pretty much forbid me to be political with people. She was scared. She watches those freaking Dateline specials where they throw people off the cruise ships and they never see them again. And so she's like, dude, you can't say anything. They're going to get you and throw you off the boat, and everybody hates Trump. And I'm like, God, isn't that kind of the point? Like you're supposed to stand up.
Well, you either love him or you hate him.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you got to stand up for who you believe in.
Exactly.
And at this point, the announcement had not been made. He hadn't won Indiana yet, so he was still in the race with Kasich.
Yeah, he killed Indiana.
Which he killed them, right?
Yeah, it was unbelievable victory.
So I meet this couple, and I'm trying not to be political, and I said something, and the guy said, man, I'm a huge Trump supporter. I'm like, oh my God, so am I. So as the cruise goes along, we met couple after couple, mostly Americans. Then we meet a British couple. The British couple was crazy over Trump.
Really?
They said the Brits love Trump. Okay, I blew my mind. I had no idea. So
I thought that they hated Trump.
This guy. Well, now this guy is an entrepreneur. He owns nursing homes, so he does very well for himself.
Wow.
So I mean, I don't want to sound if he's like an elitist or something like that, but he basically said all his friends were Trump supporters, which surprised me. So it got to the. I'm going to jump ahead on some stuff, but it got to be the last night on the cruise, and on the fourth night, the cruise totally changed. There was a giant company from China that paid for cruises for literally 3,200 people, and the boat only fit 4,000. And so 3,200 Asians came on the boat. Chinese, not Asians.
No way.
Yeah. And I mean, nothing, prejudice against them, but it changed everything. Basically, the bars were empty. I guess they didn't drink a lot and things like that. And the whole bunch of dynamic of the ship changed. Well, it got to the end, and I met all these people who love Trump, and I said, honey, let me wear the hat. It's the last night. Can I at least wear the hat, say hi to our American friends, to the Brits and all that? it got even worse. She said, absolutely not.
Well, yeah, because the Chinese.
It was the day after that I guess Trump had made the comment about America. Now, what did he say? That the Chinese are raping America or something like that?
Yeah, he's been saying it for months.
Yeah.
He's been saying it.
So she's like, there's no way. And we got it.
But I love China. I love China.
Ryan loves China.
I know everybody loves China. No, that's what Trump says.
No, Ryan does not love China, but Trump does.
I'm not. I won't lie. I mean,
he's not in love with China.
I'm not in love with China.
But, he wears a lot of the clothes, whatever.
No, well, yeah.
Well,
now that I have kids, I do have some Chinese clothes. I won't lie.
Yeah, but the funny story is she absolutely forbid me the last night. She said, absolutely not. And I said, honey, I said, if we're not allowed to stand up, for what we believe in and for our country, I mean, who are we? We really, need to be able to do that. And it was horrible because it was the last night of our anniversary cruise. And she's like, you're letting Donald Trump ruin our anniversary. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? But of course, I probably had a few free scotches at the casino or something. So long story short, Trump hat didn't come out. So I told her, as soon as I get back to the States, I'm putting the hat on in front of everybody on our studio audience and our web audience and everybody back listening to the radio. I'm going to let you hear the hat here. There's the hat rubbing against the microphone.
That's a good sounding hat right there.
High quality, made in America by people given benefits. What is it, Ryan?
Yeah, benefits and making
fair wages.
Fair wages.
Fair
yeah.
wages.
Now this is we got to point this out because if you have any Trump paraphernalia, a hat, a shirt, anything that is made in China, it's not a legit. It's not Trump merchandise.
It is not.
No, it is not. They are all made in the United States, which is awesome.
And literally the tag will say what we just said, made in America by people in non-sweatshop conditions, being paid fair wages and offered health care. The tag says that.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and so if it doesn't say that, you're wearing a knockoff. I'm not telling you not to wear it. You should still support Trump, but you should probably try and order yourself a legitimate one on the website. Anyway, we're going to get back to some crazy political news, some stuff that's up on the monitor that we're looking at right now in just a couple minutes.
It'll make you sick.
It's going to really make you sick, so get your barf bag out. You're listening to the Business Happy Hour with Ryan, Frank, and Doug.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus Card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Everyone has a bank, But you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofingsolutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Welcome back to the Business Happy Hour, Tampa Bay. Frank and Ryan are in studio right now having a good time, chatting some politics.
It's nice to be in studio with just you for once, Frank.
Well, thank you for that, Ryan.
It is good. You know, we got the original host, co-host kind of deal going on here.
The original show here. We got Josh over here, brought his Masters of the Universe set inside, and we're playing with the Castle of Grayskull, if anybody remembers that. If you do, go ahead and call in, but we won't answer because we're not listening to the phone right now.
So, even though they're blowing up, I mean, it's insane.
Speaking of, I thought you were talking about Afghanistan. Sorry, I didn't. I thought you were trying to deviate this whole thing again with me, but that was a whole nother thing.
This is in Iraq.
Yeah, my wife didn't want to get into the heavily populated areas. Like, let's go to the Trevi Fountain. I don't know. There's a lot of people. They might blow us up. I'm like, what the fuck? Excuse me, but I was like, anyway, it got a little rough there, and I definitely was not allowed to wear my Trump hat at Trevi Fountain. So a little disappointed. But hey, talking about what's on the TV, I got to talk something recent because we got all these monitors in here, and they're playing the only station that I think exists in Tampa. It's Fox News, and there's a blurb up here. It has Obama. He was doing a live broadcast, and it blew my mind because we were talking money and the economy on the last show and earlier segments, and it said on the bottom, he says, "We need to invest in infrastructure to help the economy." So what he's getting at is, more government money going into infrastructure, basically more government jobs. I had a bright idea when I read that.
Yep, okay. I'm here. I'm about to hear it.
I'm
hearing it right now.
You're hearing
brain.
it in your brain already.
Yeah.
All right. So invest in infrastructure. So I got an idea, America. How about instead of all this money that we throw out to welfare recipients and that we just give away on a daily basis, let's let those guys work on our infrastructure. How about our roads, our dilapidated bridges, our government buildings, anything that we're paying people. Instead of hiring new people, let's take the guys who are already given money to, who are able to work. I'm not saying the disabled people, but people who are able to work. Let's make them do, 20 hours a week community service. That sounds pretty reasonable.
Absolutely. And they're doing some tests like this in some states in order to receive the food benefits or whatever.
Sure.
They have to work a certain amount of time or volunteer a certain amount of time.
You're an able-bodied person. Okay, instead of just sitting on your butt and collecting a check from the people who work, okay?
Yeah.
Able-body's the key word.
Instead, they're wanting to raise minimum wage to $15.
Oh, speaking of, that was a crazy conversation on the tour bus when we were going through Barcelona. Somebody brought up something about that because there's a huge protest, and it was in Barcelona about raising the minimum wage. And people in Europe, this will blow your mind, they had McDonald's that have automated kiosks.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this before?
No, but that's what's going to happen here in the United States.
Guys,
it's 100% chance guaranteed.
Yes, no employees. So if you're out there fighting to raise the minimum wage to $15, not only is the price of the freaking Big Mac going to go up to $15, okay, which is going to destroy the business, but what they're going to do is they're going to get rid of employees.
Yeah, they are.
And businesses aren't stupid.
This didn't just start. This has been happening for as long as minimum wage has been around. And if you think about it, the higher minimum wage goes, the more automation that's going to occur. It's going to drive innovation.
Think about the automobile industry.
Exactly. Look at even something as simple as customer service.
Yeah.
I hate calling companies, and instead of getting an American that speaks English.
Or just a human.
Yeah, a human being, actually.
Either one.
I hate talking to a computer. Press 1, press 2.
Yeah.
You can barely even get through the phone system now to even talk to a human being. And when you do, it's someone in Taiwan or Singapore or something.
Absolutely. In my business for 16 years, we only occasionally, when it gets busy, is we'll have a system that'll pick up and it'll give 2 choices. Okay. I feel like more than 2 choices, and that's what people don't want. I do try to have a live person answer at all times, but especially in busy times or after hours, it'll come on and say, hey, if you need to talk to the processor about an existing loan, push 1. If you have new business, push 2. Easy as
there's
that.
nothing wrong with that, but I'm talking about the constant looping you back and forth where they're intentionally not trying to get you. Another great example, I think, is
Verizon. Oh, sorry. I was talking about my cables.
Back in the day, before you and I were buying gas, our parents would pull up to a gas station. A couple guys would run out, and they'd
self-service. Full service.
Yep. One guy would check the tire pressure.
Yeah.
Another guy would start fueling you up. Another guy might clean your windshield front and back.
Yep.
Now we have to go and pay.
Wait, front and back.
Yeah, the back, the back.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the oil. All right, just making sure. I was like, man, this guy, I don't know. We were talking about ways to relax. I didn't, whatever. Never mind.
Man, you got such a dirty mind. I just can barely even follow you.
I don't even know. I just came from Europe, man. Everything's dirty. Oh, I'm kidding. I loved it. Although
love Europeans. I love Europeans.
Love the Europeans love me. Learn. Who do I sound like, guys? If you're not watching this, let me let you hear that again. That's American quality rubbing the mic right there. Nothing dirty here. Sorry, I don't even know what the heck you're talking about.
Well, no, I was just saying that, when they raised the minimum wage, I was talking to actually one of my friends that did that. He worked he was 15 years old, and in the 80s, the minimum wage was $3 or $3.05.
Yeah,
and
I remember 2. Oh no, that's right. 3. Okay, never mind. $2.40.
It was like 3 something, and they gave they went from $3 to $3.05, and he was like, it was a big deal.
Yeah,
everyone was real happy about it. Well, now here we are, 20 something years later, and it's 15. They're talking about $15.
What is it right now? Is it like $8.50?
It's $8.05. It's $8.05. It's the federal minimum
I'm
wage.
just gave him a raise right there. That's nice. So $8.05. 15. I mean, guys, that's almost double. I mean, what do you think's going to happen if you do that? It's just
yeah. Basically, if you want to order a Big Mac, if you want to talk to a computer and get your food from a computer, let's go ahead and do that.
And in reality, that will happen. It's the first thing.
100%
how
chance
hard
guaranteed.
is it? I mean, they have a computer screen that shows your order back now.
I'm actually surprised they haven't already done it.
Yeah.
I really am. I mean, but, you put it to $15 and you will have,
Well,
you will
Europeans,
be getting food from a computer.
They're ahead of us, and we are going to see that. The other crazy thing I saw was all their cars are biofuel cars. They actually have a lot of, I don't know if it's natural gas or some sort of gas, and then they have a regular petrol, they call it, and they can switch. My buddy's car we were riding around in.
They all can. They
switch back and forth.
Yeah.
And they're all electric.
Yeah, there's a big, Big Oil is in the United States. They control a lot.
And their price of fuel is way higher than ours. I think I was trying to equate it to about $6 something a gallon.
Yep.
Is what they're paying, but that's why.
Because it's in liters over there, right?
Yeah, it's in liters. Yeah, you have to do that equation. They use this really strange system I don't understand, metric and
what a
temperature.
bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, weirdos, man. Every morning I woke up and it was like 28 degrees. I was like, my God, it's cold out here.
It's just so easy to count them. I mean, that's the metric system's great. I mean, I don't know why we try to confuse ourselves over here.
I was messing with them. I'm like, so what is that in feet exactly? So they'd be like, and all the speed signs said, 110, and I'm like, my God, man, you guys drive fast over here. That was pretty funny. No, we had a great time though in Europe. I want to say Spain was an awesome country. Very very liberal on personal rights. Italy's a beautiful country. France was also absolutely beautiful.
Is it true what they say about the people in France?
What, being rude?
Yeah.
I will say, yeah. I mean, not in general, not everybody, but we did have one negative experience, and it was only a negative experience we had throughout the entire trip.
Did you have your Trump hat on?
No, but I have a feeling if I did, I would have had multiple negative experiences. But no, we hired a car to take us from the port over to Monte Carlo and a couple other places on the way over there. And then after that, we decided we wanted to do some French wine tasting. And we went into a little family-owned wine bar, and this French woman, she spoke okay English, good enough to get by, being so nice to us, so helpful. But when she couldn't figure out a word, she looked over to who was clearly her son, an older son, working the other side of the bar, and he was telling her in perfect English what she needed to know. And
instead of jumping into the conversation.
I kept looking at the guy, and I'm like, man, I'm in your business. I'm spending money. I'm being as respectful as I possibly can. Why are you not attempting to help you? Not me. How about your mom?
Yeah.
Like, help your mom out. She's over here struggling to help us, and you're just sitting there, having a good time. So that part I did think was rude. Other than that, we went and met some wonderful people, wonderful shop owners were very, very nice to us.
Some people don't like to make money, or they just don't know how.
Right. Well,
that person obviously didn't know how, or either maybe they don't like money.
Yeah, it's possible. He might have had to be reminded he would be speaking German if it wasn't for German. Sorry, where the hell's my mind right now?
I'm telling you, man, it is. Your mind's in the gutter today.
It's horrible, but I was trying to make a funny joke there, but
yeah, no, do it because it's a good one.
I did want to politely tell the man that he could be nicer because if it wasn't for a certain country over in the West, he might be speaking German instead of French.
100% they would be.
And it's the truth. I mean, it really is. But either way, we were nice to them. We were respectful. They did have great wine and good food and clothes and things like that.
Let's get back on to Hillary and
we've got about 1 minute, but let's start before we get to the end of that on this whole Hillary thing.
I saw her on the on that screen over there, and just the thought of Hillary being our president, it doesn't make me feel good.
No. Well, beyond the fact that it might be 4 more years of the same crap, it might be worse. I mean, I watched that Benghazi movie when I was on the airplane, 13 hours.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh! Tell you what, guys, if you have any question on the decision making in that, just watch that movie. It was amazing.
I definitely need to.
Yeah, that and I watched American Sniper. Have you seen that one?
That is awesome.
I mean, I shed a tear in that movie.
Yeah.
That movie, I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
Oh, the opening scene where he's got the kid, where the kid was carrying the RPG.
Oh God! And then in the end, I don't want to spoil the whole movie, but that happens again in the movie, and then the very final scenes when they show the funeral processions, and that man was a true American hero. And,
that guy was awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing. So if you guys have a chance, watch those 2 movies. They're extremely, extremely good and informative. I wouldn't say they're perfect political representations, but they're great. So we're going to take a break right now. Going into the last segment, you are listening to the Business Happy Hour with Frank, Ryan, and sometimes Doug.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER. But if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee. Giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just 1 or 2 options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Everyone has a bank, But you definitely need a Frank. Lincoln Lending Group specializes in mortgages that banks won't touch, like loans for people with 1 day out of foreclosure, bankruptcy, and short sale. Call Frank today at 813-MORTGAGE, and remember, you drop the E and he drops the fee. Call Ryan at 813-PLUMBER for the most reliable professional plumber in town. Tampa Bay Plumbers is available day and night for your emergency plumbing needs. Find them on the web at tampaplumber.net and get a coupon for service. Do you have a roof leak but no one to trust? You need to call Doug with Suncoast Roofing Solutions at 888-888-ROOF, where honesty, integrity, and craftsmanship come first. Find them on the web at suncoastroofing.solutions.com. And now, your host of the Business Happy Hour, Frank Cotto.
Hey, welcome back, Tampa Bay and the rest of the world on the internet watching us here on our stream.
Millions of people. We're about to crash web. What
Billions. Is it? Web servers? Oh, wait, hold on. What is it called?
WeBeam TV.
WeBeamTV.com? Org. See, it's still happening. It's still happening. God, I'm going to have to change
There's
this.
a pill for that.
There is. Do you think Jimmy's got that pill for
I
that?
bet you he does.
All right. It's like an anti-testosterone pill. I don't want that. I'll start.
No. It's kind of like Viagra, you said, but it's not.
It's not. It takes away my bad mouth.
It's half the price. Oh, it's a quarter of the price, but it works twice as well.
Well, that sounds like a Republican candidate to me. Oh man! So speaking of political news, interesting that came out the other day that Paul Ryan was not going to support Trump yet.
He's not quite ready.
Not quite ready. But then right after that, I saw something really interesting. This goes back to some schoolyard politics. It says that Trump has decided to meet Paul Ryan next week in the parking lot behind the White House.
Awesome. I can't wait. I think Trump's got him totally.
Remember when you were a kid? Fight.
Well, I think Trump's got him by like 30 years, but I think he'd still kick his...
I think he probably would.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ryan, you're not that bad of a guy, but you probably need to visit Dr. Jimmy before you go meet Trump in the parking lot.
Exactly. No, what is wrong with Paul Ryan?
I don't know. I mean, he's, I think what's happened is a lot of these guys have gone so far away from Trump that they're all going to have to ease back in. I mean, he is the nominee. I mean, presumptive, whatever you want to call it. Hey, what did we just see on the TV the other day about what state, Virginia or something?
West Virginia said, don't even bother voting. You don't need to.
Bother voting.
Yeah, well, and I think he just said that he's already has more votes than Romney had in total after all the states voted last year or in 12.
And we're only what 75% done, something like that. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, you still have California, the most populated state.
Yeah. What about has Texas voted? They voted.
Yeah, Texas voted.
They voted for Cruz, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
that was the one state that Cruz won.
That he got a state, guys. He got a state. But hey, they have backed out. Cruz backed out. Kasich back out.
Yeah, Cruz definitely. He after that thumping that he took in Indiana, finally threw in the towel, and then the next day Kasich, he followed suit.
Yeah. But I truly think what's going to happen is they're going to have to all slowly come around. You can't go from bashing a guy one day and be his best friend the next. No. You got to at least give it a week.
Well, these politicians are so used to hearing BS all the time that when someone actually says something true, it's like, oh. And that's, I think, what I love so much about Trump is he says everything he's thinking, and sometimes to the detriment of,
He does.
But, gosh, it's so refreshing, though, to actually hear the people talk the truth. And, we were talking about rates and the Fed last week's show.
Right.
And, Trump even came on and said, we're going to have to renegotiate our debt. We're going to have
That's amazing.
That is amazing. And it's almost like he's saying that, we are going to default. This country is basically going to default.
And he's saying, what are you going to do about it, is what it sounds like.
And Trump is doing that, I think, for several reasons. But number one, is he's been talking about the Chinese messing with their currency for months.
Right.
Well, what's going to happen if we actually did that? The dollar is going to tank.
Yeah.
Okay, so an iPhone, which is overpriced right now because of the strength of the dollar in China, will become half price of what it is now. So all of our all of goods, any consumer good that actually American companies produce is going to cost a heck of a lot less because it's priced in dollars.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of benefit that will come from renegotiating our debt, and he even talked about that candidly, which I think is pretty amazing for any presidential.
Yeah, it's scary because there's a lot of behind the scenes money built in over there. I don't want to forget to talk about this before the show's over. It goes so fast. Is the Mexican president apologized to Donald Trump
like 5 times.
Like
5 different venues.
Times.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking next week he's going to come out and say, yeah, you know that wall thing? We're going to go ahead and pick up the tab on that.
Yeah, he might start with half of it.
I tell you, we'll negotiate. Oh, if he's a smart negotiator with Trump.
We'll kick it half. All right, fine.
Yeah, I love
all right, fine, Donald. We're just going to pay for the whole thing. You're right.
All right.
Actually, they'll probably start with half, and then they're going to start with the labor. They'll provide the labor because they're probably going to end up building it anyway.
Oh, my God.
Right? I mean, come on. Where are we going to get all these American workers that want to build a wall that long?
I got an idea. Okay, same thing that we use. I'm pulling my paper out. Same thing I use for the infrastructure on the people paying that are on welfare.
Yeah.
How about all of the illegal aliens in America who probably don't listen to me right now? No offense, guys. No, you guys love us. You love us. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like Trump.
We love you.
We love you. We love you. But, how about path to citizenship? You ready? Here we go, America. Path to citizenship. The illegals in the country now get a free ticket if you build the wall.
Yeah, if you go and work on the wall for a few months,
Boom,
whatever.
Done. Let's do it.
Half a year, whatever the cost is.
I think that would be amazing. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, and your skill level dictates how quick you get to pay off your portion of the wall.
Now, what do you mean? You mean people have to get paid based on skill in this country?
That would make sense.
I'd rather just have that robotic Big Mac flipper instead.
Yeah, well, hey, vote for Hillary, and you just might.
Vote for Hillary. There it is.
Yeah.
Ryan
more
said,
computers. More computers. Obviously, that was a joke. I actually didn't say that. That was. Someone took over my body.
Hello. So no, I think Hillary's going to open a server software company or something.
Oh my God, we got 1 minute.
1 minute. Do it. What do you got to say?
I was just going to say how bad it is that Hillary still has not been indicted for that
Oh
for the
my
server
God.
situation.
I
mean,
know.
I heard that one of the hackers actually, what's it, the Hungarian hacker? What's his name? He hacked into her server and had details of it.
So he accessed it. So
top secret information. General Petraeus, as Trump points out all the time.
I hate that guy.
He got way worse for much less.
No, not Petraeus. I didn't mean to say that.
No.
I love that guy.
Yeah, love that.
No, but
guy.
yeah, he did far less and basically lost everything and lost his career. Ryan, we only got 20 seconds left, man. It's been a great show.
It has been a great show. As always, we need to plug the WeBeamTV.com.
That's
You can actually see how good looking all of us are.
Absolutely. If not, just go to our websites. You can also see pictures. But guys, it's been a great show. We got to sign off. We're going to catch you again next week. Thanks for listening to the Business Happy Hour.